What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ coming back to y'all with another video. And I know it's been, what, like 2 months now since I posted a video, despite the short that I just recently posted. But yeah, coming to y'all with a video, and this one a little bit more different. This is more of a trucking video, more so informational. I'm gonna get to the trucking vlogs later down the road, you know, let y'all see my life in y'all eyes, you know, me driving and things like that. But this is more so an informational video for anybody out there that's looking into getting into truck driving. You ever had like questions about some things? This particular video is gonna be more so about things that you should look out for, you know, things to keep an eye on, you know, while you're out there on the road. And just, I'm gonna give y'all a little insight of how long I've been doing things and, you know, things like that. Actually, I've been driving 4 years now. Let me see, I started back in 2018, so 4 years now almost. Just, I drove for Target, I've driven for Swift, US Express. I drive for FedEx now, so I pull 53s and doubles. So I have my doubles endorsements. I'll get into that later about endorsements and how that helps, you know, make you more valuable as a driver. So anyways, to everybody watching this video, if you're new, I don't really feel like I should say all this, but if you want to, go ahead and sub to your boy, like the video, you know, and all that good stuff that comes with it. I will have more videos coming, like I said. Just bear with your boy, because like I said, I'm a truck driver, so I take my time on the videos I make, not just to not put out nothing, but I want my videos to feel like it's quality content, you feel me? And I don't want to just throw things out there. I like to be able to reply to everybody that comments on my videos and, you know, just things like that. But yeah, so let's get into some of the things that I feel like it's important to watch out for when you're a truck driver and when you're out here on the road. So yeah, y'all, as y'all see, I'm parked right now, just chilling, waiting to get a load today, trying to head to Atlanta, head back out to Atlanta. I'm out here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Anybody watching from St. Paul, yo, what up? But yeah, so I'm gonna give y'all a few pointers, and I'm gonna try to point out some things on the truck to watch out for. And this ain't just all like hands-on things to watch out for, it's also like mental things to keep wary of yourself, you know, while you're on the road. It's a lot that comes to this truck driving shit, and if you are looking into it, you got to be not just physically ready, but you got to be mentally ready. You really got to be mentally ready. Your mental is the biggest part of this whole truck driving shit, because if you ain't right in your mental, things might get a little bit crazy for you. So make sure your mental's right coming out here, and you know, everything else will fall in place and shit like that. But yeah, so let me get into some of the things that's important to watch out for while you're out here on the road. I'm not hooked up to a trailer right now, so when I get the chance, I'll include a lot of things that come with the trailer in my next couple of videos that I'm gonna do, because the next 2 videos I want to do is hooking up to a 53, like I said, and hooking up to doubles. Anybody that's looking to get their doubles, triples endorsements, I'm gonna show you like the correct way and the safest way to hook up to doubles, or at least my way. You know, I ain't want to cut edges on things, but you know, I'm gonna show you the proper way. So let's get into some of this other stuff first, and I'll get into that later. So one of the very important things that you want to make sure you do when you're out here driving is always check your tires. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them that you need to check, not including the trailer tires that you need to check also, but you know, it still falls in line with checking your tires. It's always good to have a tire depth gauge with you. I don't have one out here with me right now, but you know, it's just basically putting it inside the tread depth, making sure that it's deep enough to where it's like if it's raining or things like that, you won't hydroplane or anything like that, and you don't want bald tires anyways. But it's also, like I said, checking your tire depth make sure you hit it. That's a good way of also checking. Well, you know, make sure you have a hammer when you hit it. I do this because I know how a tire should feel, but yeah, have a hammer, or it's like tire hitting tools that you can buy out of like any truck stop, like Pilot, Love's, that you knock it on and it'll like vibrate, bounce back at you. That'll let you know that your tire is good. If it hits it and it's stiff, it lets you know that your tire is going flat or you have an issue with your tire. But anyways, yeah, so check for tire depth wear, check for flatness, and then also you want to go in here and check your wheel lugs. Make sure that all of them are tight. Give them like a good turn on each one. Make sure nothing is loose. You'll know if a lug nut is loose or doesn't feel like the rest of them. You can also do that on your hub seals too if you want, but you're mainly checking for the tire wheel lugs to make sure that those are all good. And then you want to also go in between, as y'all see in there, you want to make sure you don't see no space in between your tires. If you see space, that's an issue, big issue at that. So when it comes to your tires, again, check all those things, and as long as all those come out good, you're straight. And if you can, you want to also go in and check your brake pads. I can't really show from in here, but yeah, you can't really see from in here, but yeah, check your tire depth, your flatness, make sure they're not flat, bolts, I mean your wheel bolts and all that, and then make sure there's no space in between the butted tires, and then check your brakes. Check those things. Those are major things to make sure you always check for, because you can get put out of service, or you can have a real big issue happen and you don't want none of that when you're out on the road, because you'll either end up stuck or put out of service. So make sure you check those. All right, y'all. Another thing you want to check for, make sure your fuel tanks is all good and strapped in. You see that you got these metal straps on them. Or I don't even know if, no, not straps, I'm sorry, brackets. Make sure they're locked into place where they're supposed to be. Make sure your cap is on good. Make sure there's no damage to them. You know, all that good stuff. And you got two of them. It's one on the driver's side and passenger side. Most importantly, y'all, make sure when you are filling up at whatever truck stop you go to, make sure you put the correct fuel in the correct tank. I'm gonna say that again. Make sure you put the correct fuel in the correct tank. Why do I say that? All right, look. So, hold on, can y'all see me? All right. So, you got your fuel tank right there, and then you got your DEF tank right there. See where I'm pointing? It's got the little blue label on the top. So, when you get out here on the road, you got a DEF tank and you got a fuel tank. Fuel, gas, DEF tank, DEF. That helps keep your that helps with exhaust, you know, make sure it's all clean and stuff. Regulations is what's got us using DEF tanks, but anyways, that's a whole nother story. So make sure you put the DEF in the DEF tank and the fuel in the fuel tank. You will have major engine problems if you put the DEF in the fuel tank or the fuel in the DEF tank. You really can't put the fuel in the DEF tank because look, you see how small that is? Hold on, let me see. Y'all see how small that is? So it shouldn't be no mix up of putting fuel in the DEF tank, but you can put DEF in the fuel tank by accident, and you don't want to do that. So remember that. DEF tank, fuel tank. All right, y'all. So the next one I want to show y'all. This is more like a little simple one, but you still want to make sure you always got them, because there's going to be times when they either fall off or disappear or get destroyed totally, and you can get put out of service for them. So make sure you always have your mud flaps on the back of your truck and on the back of your trailer. Now, as I recall, if you have a trailer, Well, no. I'm sorry. This only applies to doubles. If you have doubles, if you're pulling doubles, you don't technically need mud flaps on the back of your truck. It's for various reasons, but like I said, I'll tell y'all. Doubles being that, you know, when you're hooking up the doubles, sometimes these may get in your way, and you may have to take them off in order to be able to turn appropriately and not cause any scraping or damage to, you know, the trailer that's behind you. So technically you don't need the mud flaps when you're pulling doubles, but I leave them on just in case. But anyways, when you're pulling the trailer, you do still need these. When you're pulling a 53-foot trailer, to be more specific. So you want to make sure that these are always on the back of your truck and on your trailer. If they come off your trailer, you can get pulled over for that too. You technically can't get put out of service for it because it's a mud flap. You just go to a truck stop and get one. But to alleviate all that, you know, issue getting pulled over, because I've got pulled over by a state trooper before in Missouri for mud flap missing, you know. Stupid. It was dumb. I don't understand how he saw that when he was in the middle of the highway, but that's another story. So long story short, make sure you got your mud flaps on the back of your truck and on the back of your trailer. All right, y'all, next thing I want to show you, this you want to make sure you always keep an eye on when pulling trailers. So here we got your fifth wheel being the main component of what you use to couple to your trailers and things like that. So why am I pointing this out specifically? I'll say it like this. There are a lot of instances where you got a lot of dumbass truck drivers out there that think it's funny to go and pull your fifth wheel pin, which is this right here. They find it funny to go and pull your fifth wheel pin when you're hooked up to a trailer. Like, say if you're at a truck stop and you're just inside getting some, you may have some dumbass come and just pull it when you're driving. Always keep an eye on this, because if you drive off without noticing that your kingpin was pulled, or if you haven't properly hooked up to a trailer and it didn't lock in, because it'll push in when it's locked, you will pull off and your trailer will fall, and it'll fall nose flat onto the ground, because if you pull out fast enough, it'll fall straight to the ground. So always keep an eye on this. And also, to add on to that, if you pull out from behind a truck, if you pull out from under a trailer, pull out slow. Or I'm sorry, I'll say it better like this. If you go to pull off and you're pulling the trailer, always pull slow. Because just in case if this is unlocked and you don't know it, and you're watching your mirrors, which we'll get to that in a second, because that's another thing that I want you to always watch out for. If you go ahead and pull out and your shit is unlocked, your trailer will fall onto your frame. Why is that a good thing? Because then that gives you the ability to keep it from falling to the ground. Because if it falls to the ground, landing gear not out, that's a whole issue that you got to deal with. You're gonna have to call somebody to help you with that. Or unless you're strong like the Hulk and you can lift the shit back up. And I'll show y'all what I mean when I say landing gear. I can show y'all on this trailer over here, but let me finish with the kingpin first. With the fifth wheel. So yeah, if it falls to the ground, you're shit out of luck. But if you catch it on the frame, you can catch it and bring it back up and then get back under it. Why do I know that? I had that happen to me one time. I don't know how the hell it happened, but thankfully enough, I always watch my mirrors, and the trailer fell on the frame. I was able to get it and lift it back up and get it back up underneath, and I made sure it locked that time. Ever since that happened, I always made sure my shit is locked. So always watch your fifth wheel. Also, make sure your fifth wheel is greased properly for, you know, proper lubrication so that you can slide underneath the trailer good and things like that. And in one of the videos when I show you guys how to couple and stuff, I'll show you, you know, there's ways where a lot of these fifth wheels slide, and, you know, for weight distribution and all that, but that'll be for another video. So yeah, watch for that. All right, y'all, so this is a quick side note. When I was talking to y'all about the landing gear, this right here is your landing gear. It's what helps you put the trailer down without it, you know, falling flat on its fucking nose and shit. So that right there is the landing gear. And That's all I can pretty much say about that. Like I said, that I'll tell you guys more about when I show you how to properly hook up to a trailer and things like that. But that's what you want to be down if you're not coupled up to it. And if you are coupled up to it, it'll be in the up position. So the legs will be up and they'll be down if the trailer's just sitting like this. So yeah, just watch out for that. All right, y'all, so the other thing to watch out for, just mainly make sure your truck ain't got no damage on it, you know? Especially if it's a company truck you're driving for, make sure it ain't got no damage, you know? I'm looking at mine right now. I just noticed that I had this right here come off, but shit like that happens on the road. You got a lot of these states have some horrible roads, so things like that will happen. When I say damage though, I mean like major damage, like a trucker probably has swiped you or some shit at a truck stop and you didn't even know it. You know, just always look over your truck just to make sure that there's no unknown damage that has happened to it. If it has, you know, let your company know, or if it's your truck, you know, you go about how you go about it. But yeah, that just happened, so I'm gonna let the company I drive for know. I'm gonna let them know that, and they'll just probably get some piece for it or whatever and just fix it. But yeah, that's really self-explanatory. Look for damage, make sure your truck is good, and yeah. All right, y'all, so the next thing that y'all should watch out for, and this is more one of those important ones too, it's more so when you're driving, always watch your mirrors. Always watch your mirrors. I done had so many instances and issues happen, but I'm always watching my mirror, so it's not an issue on my part. It's more so other people. But I've had so many instances and issues happen where if I didn't watch my mirrors, certain other things that I don't want to happen may have happened, and you know, just a whole bunch of headache. And I know a lot of you guys know how many dumbass people it is out here driving. Me personally, I know firsthand, whether it's regular drivers or truck drivers, they're all some. Anyways, whatever. Watch your mirrors, y'all. And like I said, so you got 6 mirrors you gotta watch out for. You got the ones on the hood, and you got your 2 side mirrors on your truck. Always watch all of them. That way you always know your angles. I'm always saying truck driving is really big on angles, and when you're out here on the road, you'll see that. But yeah, watch your mirrors and pay attention to other drivers, because even though you may know you're a good driver, a lot of these people out here will put you in a situation that you don't even want to be in, that you think that you've never been in. Just the mirrors is the biggest thing to watch when you're out here in the road. So pay attention. All right, now, so I hope y'all can hear me, because this engine is loud as fuck, but always pre-trip your truck whenever you can. Daily is what you should do, like after every trip and before every trip, pre-trip your truck. Make sure everything is good, squared away. Make sure your coolant, like I said, coolant is all topped off. Fuel filter, make sure all your hoses and stuff are clamped down right. Belts are good. Yeah, just pre-trip your engine. When you pre-trip, you want to pre-trip your whole truck. So don't just pre-trip the engine, but you know, checking for damage and like everything else that I was talking about, that's included in your pre-trip. So you have a pre-trip and post-trip. Post-trip, not really necessary, because you'll do a pre-trip when you start driving at the beginning of the day anyways, but it's not bad to do a post-trip. Pre-trip, make sure you check everything. Like I said, everything we talked about, tires and all that, will be including your pre-trip, and that's making sure your truck is good before you start your drive for the day. So always check under your engine hood, always check your whole truck, make sure you're good before you start your day. Like I said, you don't ever want no unwanted breakdown, because that's costing you time and money, and when you're losing money, you're losing shit. Hey, I don't ever like to lose money, so like I said, y'all, always pre-trip your truck. All right, y'all, and one of the last things that I want to talk about, there's plenty more things that I can talk about, but like I said, this video I want to kind of keep it simple, and we'll talk about other things in other videos. But one of the things that I think everybody should always watch for is their mental state. So like if you're on the road, if you become a truck driver and you know, you get out here, you start liking it, but then you start noticing things changing about you because, you know, either you're a solo driver and you're getting lonely, or you're a team and or you're with somebody that you don't like, you know, things start affecting your mental out here, and it can be for the worse. And what I would say to that is, if things start affecting you that bad, you know, don't feel like you need to do something that you should do just because you're seeing other people do it and they're prospering off of it. Truck driving isn't for everybody, you know, and it's not bad to say that. So if you get out here, you test it, and you feel like it's not for you, don't feel like you need to keep doing it just to make a check. If it gets to that point, hey, it's other things out there to do to make money, man. This shit can get stressful. I've been out here 4 years, like I said, and I've had my moments where I get stressed out, but I like truck driving. There's been plenty of things that have stressed me out, you know, as a truck driver. Not as a truck driver, but other jobs that I do. And, you know, it just comes with whatever job. Life can be stressful at times, you know? So when I say stress though, I mean like levels of stress that exceed what you've ever dealt with. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, in my honest opinion, I think that's the biggest thing to watch out for. I know I said the mirrors was big, and they are, you know, other things is big, and that comes with the job. But your mental state is the biggest thing as far as the job and you. You always want to make sure you look after you first. Money ain't that important. I be out here grinding. Like I said, I love truck driving. I love driving in general. And I do it because I love it, not really just because of the money. Even though I do have a goal to where I get out of it and I can start making money, you know, other ways. But yeah. So anyways, y'all, this was a quick video, and I hope it helps anybody as far as just a little insight on what they can, you know, expect when they get out here, and just things to look out for when you're driving. And you know, yeah, I'm just trying to give a little information to the next person that's looking into truck driving. So yeah, if you like the video, go ahead and like I said earlier, like and subscribe. I got a lot more things I want to do. There's so many videos I want to make, bro, but like I said, I make my videos the way I do so that I can always interact with everybody. I don't ever want to become some big YouTuber and not interact with people when I get big. I want to keep it the way I do and still be able to talk to people, you feel me? And that's just me. I'm sorry if people want me to upload more. I mean, I may start uploading a little bit more than what I do, but I don't want to upload on the basis to where my videos start feeling washed out or people can't interact with me. That's just not the type of person I am. So yeah, but the next two videos I plan on doing, if I can, like I said, coupling to a 53 and coupling to a set of doubles, because I pull doubles. And like I said earlier, endorsements make you more valuable as a truck driver. You got your tanker endorsement, you got doubles and triples, and you got hazmat. And if you're a truck driver, and whether you want to pull those or not, it's always good to just have them. I still got to get my tanker and hazmat, but I have my doubles and triples. So yeah, it's always good to have those as a truck driver because you're more valuable and you can make more money that way. So, but anyways, y'all, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will start coming back to you guys more on a basis that works best for me and fits my schedule and stuff. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, as I said, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye bye. Nah, for real though, I'll catch y'all next one.